Over here. It's the Opie and Anthony show on XM Satellite Radio. Jimmy is chomping at the bit over there. What do you got, Jimmy?
Well, me and Colin were just insulting each other.
Oh, it's just they're just very hurtful.
No, because Jimmy put up a great suggestion. You guys have to have my manager, and he's got some wild tales from his trips. And then I mentioned, yeah, let's bring my accountant in, you jackass.
No, see, that's where
your mouth.
That's where you're wrong, though, man. I've heard these stories from Jonathan.
Good.
The guy's fucking insane.
Yeah, he's got to be a fucking arms dealer.
It's not like he's going to Vegas or to Yosemite. Jesus. Yosemite. This guy is like, he's got pictures of African kings going by with armed guards as he's on the side of the road for the parade.
He's like Jay Peterman from Seinfeld.
Yeah,
you know that show.
It's not exactly. Yeah, it's not exactly like. It must be
bring it up again.
Huh? Excuse me. He's a guy that sells 700 Sundays in Sierra Leone. So I'm really not that blown away.
Well,
Sierra Leone.
He went to
Mr. Corleone.
Michael Corleone. He just travels a lot. So I was just mentioning that, and as we were talking, Colin just was saying, why don't you bring on your accountant? And he was dismissing me by not looking at me with his fucking awful middle finger pointed at me.
Yeah.
Which I thought was definitely
anger?
Disrespectful.
Well, here's the thing about Jim. As you guys know, I spoke to you guys briefly at the Pat Cooper roast, and I said I really discussed it with Jim. And as you know, I'm only half joking when I say things like that.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that. Here's what bothers me about Jim.
What?
Okay, I've mentioned this to him before. Okay, we're in the car one day, and I was probably singing him. He drives me uptown in his crummy car, non-celebrity car.
The fancy caddy. What are you talking about?
It's a caddy that looks like
drove you uptown.
Obviously, you haven't taken a ride with Jimmy in a while. Camry caddy.
It's a Camry caddy. It looks like a Camry. It feels like a Camry, and nobody knows it's a caddy unless you say it. Caddy actually took the insignia off. So we're in the car, me, him, and his girl. And, so maybe I was singing him a little hard. You forget sometimes because we're comedians and we bust balls. But when you call Jimmy, I kept calling him an ugly creep and how he's worked out to look mediocre. And I forget that, even though we're comedians and we bust balls, probably his childhood had a lot of pain and horror, as it should have. So suddenly, here we are, me being a snide kind of idiot. His girlfriend sitting there probably politely putting up with it. And then Jim outbursts, goes, so what about you? You act like you were a 10 when you were younger. You weren't that great looking. Just with total anger and holding in this nonsense.
Wrong. No.
And I was like, first of all, I never thought I was a 10. I was a hard 7. He goes, you were fucking 6.
No.
He actually thought I was the
I'm not gonna, you will not make a monologue out of this. No. He's lying. He's lying or he's deluded.
Statement?
No,
this is my
because
opening statement.
it's a 40-minute dissertation. That's not true. It's a falsehood. You're spreading falsehoods.
No, it's not.
I wasn't angry. Here's what Colin does.
He was angry. That burst.
Believe me, I wasn't mad. Me and my girlfriend still laugh at that house. She's like, what did Colin say he was that day? I'm like, a hard 7. But Colin acts like he's fucking 10 pounds away from the glory days. Like he was fucking...
Oh, no, I don't.
Well, all right, 140. He acts like he was beautiful, and he was not a bad-looking guy. But
that's all I said. I never thought I was
you act like you were gorgeous.
But that's what I'm saying. The fact that he thinks that...
But no, it's true.
First of all, even if it had been true, which I know how I really thought, but even if I did think that, why wouldn't you let an old man have his own delusion?
Because you're not that much older than me.
He screamed.
I didn't scream at you.
The amount of anger there, and here's my other point, okay? Here's my other point, which I do.
What other point? You haven't made one to begin with.
All right, here's my first and only point.
And he is a lot older than you.
He's 10 years older than me.
I'm 48.
Yeah. I'm 39. You're 9 years older than me.
But in entertainment years, Colin is a hell of a lot older than you.
Yeah. But here's what bothers me. The fact that he's angry about that.
True.
That was pretty funny, I thought.
Well, I didn't think it was an insult, but apparently it was.
Go ahead, Colin.
Go ahead. Yeah,
I don't like the fact that Jim, right after his last special, goes to the club every night because it's almost like, hey, man, I'm a gym rat. I just work at stand-up. You're a compulsive ass.
Oh,
Take a few weeks off, shut up, and let me finish.
No.
Now, quit it.
I'll tell you why. I'm not a gym rat.
You think to yourself, hey, I'm a guy that just blue collar. I take my lunch pail into the club every night with your fake humility, and I'm putting a stop to it today.
Why?
Now.
I don't want people...
Shut your face!
Hold on. No. Here's
You're
the thing.
compulsive. Take a few weeks off and just breathe.
I'm compulsive. Have you ever seen yourself in front of a buffet?
Oh, that was hurtful.
Of course it was. But it's not true. The reason I do it is because...
I don't think a buffet way.
I know. I couldn't think of a better way to say it.
Was good.
But the bottom line is I don't want people coming out after seeing the HBO special and seeing the same shit. They're going to get pissed off. It's selfish. I want to make more money.
I think what Colin's trying to say, though, you don't seem to enjoy all the success at
But
times.
I do enjoy the success.
No, that's
I
not
love
what
doing
I'm saying.
stand-up.
I'm trying to
chore.
stop any enjoyment of the success.
Oh, you don't want him to enjoy it.
If he has any chance of enjoying it, I'm putting a stop to it now. That's
Oh,
really
look, another chewed pen. The fucking they keep chewing the pens. You want to keep
pens?
I don't know. Whoever it is going to get.
What are you doing?
Oh, he's putting it up his
There you go.
ass.
Whoever chews pens, enjoy the chewed pen, fucking cunt. And you chew on that shit.
Ew.
No, wait a minute.
Yes, that's shit, all right.
Jim, you have to be careful with that kind of behavior.
No, I don't like. I want to do new stuff, so I was done with the set in June, and I started doing new stuff. You don't do the same material. People come out to see me, they fucking not going to see the same act.
You know what? He's a little. I'm picking up something here.
What?
I don't want to completely bash Jimmy, but no.
Jump in, please.
I'm picking up something. I think Jimmy is assuming that everyone has seen the HBO special.
Yeah, you're right.
So that he's got to get new material because when they go out, everyone that's there has seen his old material.
No one has seen it, but it's more than that.
Not everyone, no. But I do think that a good amount of people will come who have seen it. Hold on.
We're trying to change the subject.
Can I address my friend?
I think there's truth in both.
No, I don't assume everyone has seen it. Believe me, I would love to be able to just live off that for another year, but you
That's
can't.
not what I'm saying.
What?
What I'm saying is that you think you fancy yourself a humble gym rat that goes down to the club and just works it out. And I want you to stop coming to the club, and if I see you there again, I'm going to punch you in the snout.
Well, you're never there. What are you talking about, you fucking lonely psychopath?
If I decide to go there.
You know, you're writing a manifesto like fucking Ted Kaczynski. You're never there. He's just in front of his computer railing about technology and Jews and the fucking lesbians that run show business. What are you talking about? How do you know where I am?
He's starting to leave the house again.
He's fucking...
That's right, I'm here, aren't I?
You're an agoraphobic creep. You had to, because Mazzilli threatened to fire you if you didn't fucking plug. You probably had 8 tickets sold. It's like, go on the radio. No one knows you're in our club.
Oh, shit.
But that's why he's here to plug. It's fine.
The hurt that is going on over here.
There's no hurt at all. That's where you have to go out and plug when you're doing a gig.
Oh, do you believe this idiot's trying to act like Mr. Pragmatic? Shut your mouth right now.
But it's the truth. It's reality. I am a very pragmatic, which I think means realistic, guy. I'm not exactly sure what pragmatic means.
Colin, what's going on?
Hopefully it means fun and joyful.
What's going on with Colin?
Well, actually what Jimmy's saying is semi-correct in that I have been writing my manifestos.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But they're not really against anything in particular. It's just basically it's a compilation. You know, I have what happened was I got ahead of myself psychologically and wrote thousands and thousands of pages. So my apartment looks a little bit like Kaczynski is a high...
A little bit like Beautiful Mind.
Yeah.
Just notes stuck to the walls with strings, connecting bits together.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. So I've been trying to organize it, but it's very difficult. I wish I had I fantasize about having a really efficient Asian assistant, yes, in stockings and of course the other part of it.
Yes,
but
and mail.
But I'm just that's what I've been going on with me,
Why don't you get yourself a trapper keeper? I used to use those to organize when I was a trapper. Or the 5-section notebook.
But I got so many, you know what I mean? I've thousands. It is it's gone a little out of my control.
And what is this thing going to be? A book
well, it's
someday?
10 books. It's just so many things. It's too many pages of things.
Wow.
Are you being serious for once?
Yes.
Yes.
So
you
weird.
You just sit there and you're typing away.
No, his I don't like is I just go to Opie, Opie's like, so you got all the stuff, yeah, you're really trying to, I was like, yeah, Opie understands. It's like, I got him, and he goes, you being serious? I go, yeah. He goes,
Well,
it was weird.
It's weird. It's weird when you get serious, Colin.
Oh, I thought you meant it was weird that I have all my thousands of pages.
You're very protective.
Yes, you
We
are.
only see one side of you, the sarcastic side.
We don't get to see the real sweet
We don't get
Colin.
to see the sweet Colin.
You have a big fat shell around you.
Looks like... I picture you crying alone in your apartment some nights.
No, not really crying, There's a lot more anger than me than...
Chewing the inside of his mouth like a coke addict.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot more,
We're just trying to see other sides of you
I can't
today.
imagine myself... Yeah.
This is kind of an intervention. You didn't realize what you stepped into
Well,
today.
I'm just trying to say, I don't see myself as hurting myself before really damaging a lot of people.
A lot of other people. Sure.
My own analysis of it,
Really, you don't like when I was in your 30th floor apartment and he steps over the rail and he's kind of hanging on and letting go for a second?
Did you
weren't
really?
doing
Yes,
that.
he was.
That's cool.
Yes, he was.
36th floor.
And doing like the,
Yes.
where you let go, fall backwards, and then grab the rail? All right, Colin, that's
I've
a
always been
problem.
like that.
That's a bit of a
I
problem.
used to do that
That's
on
cool.
Tough Crowd. I'd lean out the window and hang on.
From what? The fucking, on the set?
17th floor. No, the office on the 17th floor.
Why would you do that?
Wait. Could you slow down a minute?
That's crazy.
Whose apartment was this?
His.
My
So you have an
apartment.
outdoor space?
He's a balcony.
balcony, and he was on the outside of the railing?
Yes, he stepped outside the railing and he's letting go for it, not going back that far.
That's
because the arm is
hilarious.
still, just a
What were you
little bit.
hoping for? A really good reaction from your friends?
Well, you know what I was hoping for? Butterfingers.
He was hoping a straight pigeon would come by and jar me.
And snip at his eye.
You were hoping for an ounce of care from Jim Norton.
The last thing you see is a smiling Jim Norton looking over the railing.
That's how Colin gets love. He can't just say, I need some love. He has to hang on to a rail so we'll all go, no, don't. Like, he wants the value of having everyone appreciate the fact
he's
that
turning my great beginning analysis.
What was your beginning analysis?
About you.
Well,
and suddenly it's turn around about me.
So what? That's the way life is. Turnabout is fair play, I always say.
And why would you? And you would hang out.
Some tough talk.
You would hang out the window.
Yeah, but that
was easy.
I don't remember.
That's such a small part of the manifesto. I can't even believe we're discussing it. That's nothing to me.
But you could have. You do understand. You could have fallen to your death.
Yes, but anything can happen.
What? But that didn't bother you, or?
How far did he lean back before he grabbed hold again?
Doesn't matter.
Not
just
far.
stepping. But that doesn't matter. Just the act of doing it.
Dude, I would be freaked out stepping on the other side of the rail, holding on tight.
But some people are also very scared of heights. Like Bobby Kelly's been over my house a couple times, and he goes on the balcony. Don't push me. You know, it's like...
No, he's afraid the balcony is going to fucking just crack under his weight, as he should be. You better up back in a steamroller onto your fucking balcony and letting Bob step onto it.
Yeah. He's scared that he's going to go right through that railing with a slight push.
He's scared, and the balcony is also scared. They look at each other with a mutual understanding. Just look over me from inside. I'll do what I can for you, kid, but Bob stepping on that balcony, it'd be like an elephant stepping onto a piece of tracing paper.
Sure. Poor Bob.
Poor Bob. Right
not here to defend himself.
Fuck poor Bob with a black cock right in his mouth. That's what I say to Bob. Fucking juicy lips. Fucking grab his head and fuck his throat.
You got Colin laughing. Or is he crying? Who knows? Are you crying, laughing? What do you got over there, Colin?
Just an elephant of tracing paper.
Yeah,
okay,
it's very good. I don't think it'll hold.
Tracing paper.
So you're going to be a Gotham, Colin.
Yeah. But what about the manifesto? I need an organized system.
What are you trying to do?
Yeah,
right?
what is it?
I don't know.
Is it like a huge book?
Is it a book about your life?
It's everything.
It's everything.
Then start writing a blog. Are you a
10
blogger?
books.
No. I blogged for a couple of days. It was boring.
Well, then why don't you fucking stop being such an isolated homo and fucking get someone to help you straighten it out and sell it?
Yeah, why the isolation?
I don't know.
Uh-oh, we are getting serious, Colin.
Yeah, he's
We're breaking
back
him
away
down.
from the
Colin's
mic.
depressed, I think. That's my
Are you
theory.
depressed?
My theory is he hasn't told me that, but I theorize he's a little depressed.
Self some drugs.
What? The Suffolk County solution.
In Nassau, my friend.
I know, but where you from? Aren't you from
Yeah, I'm from Suffolk.
Where are you from, Ronkonkoma?
Huntington.
Oh,
no, not Ronkonkoma.
He's changing the subject to where you're from. That's never good.
I'll go right back to it. Go ahead.
Are you depressed? Why are you depressed?
No, I'm actually coming out of depression, but I was depressed for a couple of years.
How are you?
You seem way better than the last time I saw you.
Thank you, exactly.
I'm dead
I like
serious.
the fact that
I'm being serious now.
I'm agreeing with you.
You
I
had
said,
like
thank
a
you.
you had like a distant
Jesus Christ.
You had a distant look in your eyes for a while there. You
Yes.
don't. I don't see that today.
Yeah,
1,000-yard
that's right.
stare. Yeah.
I was very
Absolutely.
I don't see that today.
Were you?
Right.
Yeah.
Did you name your
About it.
fucking computer Charlene?
About anything? Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
Anything in particular, or just one of those chemical imbalance depressions?
No, I think I was just depressed in general. A lot of stuff. You know, I don't know. I don't think it was chemical.
You
but-
find yourself sleeping late?
No,
Not
no,
getting out
not
of
like
bed?
that. I always sleep
No?
late. You know.
How did you get out of the depression?
Just kind of just facing it. You know, I mean, I've been going to therapy for many years anyway, but
Yeah.
Working out and stuff?
no, obviously not.
How could you ask that? Why don't you ask him if he's fucking painted his face black? Jesus, open. He's obviously not. No disrespect.
I'll say something else.
Jesus.
I'm going to say something else. It looks like he did lose a few pounds. That's why I asked that.
Thanks, Hope.
Did you?
What do you think of that?
I'm not going to badmouth
I said
you.
just
What do you think of that? 3 years of working out and no definition whatsoever.
But I understand.
Shut up.
By the way, I said-
no
Cut your heavy
definition.
bag open.
No
I said a few.
definition.
I said a few, not a lot, by the way.
Yeah. You want to feel the guns?
I can look right here, and I'm telling you.
I agree, actually. I have been kind of swinging in the wind there, fucking working out, hoping
Have
for
ya?
a little definition, but I can't stop eating. It's
your
very
eating
difficult.
habits.
I know it is.
Yeah.
It's not the food.
No?
So, so what? You just started living your life again? Like,
No, I still haven't started living my life, but I've been depressed. But I've just been working on certain things. But you know, it's a lot of stuff. You know, I mean, I hate to even talk about it because it really is about the manifesto. I hate to say it, but it really is.
Yeah.
You know, And so that's been a big part of it, you know.
Is in the manifesto? Is it your life? Is it some fiction? Is it like what's
I don't know. It's
in
a bunch of different things, but it's just
Different things.
disorganized, you know.
Like you would just wake up in the middle of the night and go, "Hey, let me type away here," and some ideas would just spill out of you.
Yeah, and also my divorce was a big thing, but I didn't realize it at the time. I forced it to happen, but you know what I mean?
Do you back up your fucking stuff on computers, stupid, or no?
Oh boy,
what's wrong with him?
Yeah, I had this vision.
This guy's opening up here.
I'll tell you why.
The backup process.
I had this because I had this vision of him writing for years, and he's such a
losing it in one power surge.
So I'm like, yeah, do you back it up?
Of course, I have everything.
Don't say of course.
Back that shit up.
You're savvy.
So you never got over the divorce?
No, but I think that affected me greatly.
Oh, why?
I'm over it because it had to.
Ugh. Stupid wives.
Because Colin was in love.
Oh, was that it? Sorry.
He wasn't in a miserable marriage.
But if
I was in
short
misery.
marriage.
Yeah.
He wasn't married for a long time.
It was a short one.
Oh,
It was a short one,
man.
I was living with it for a while.
Do you see like that? Was it your fault? Do you think?
I don't think you can find anybody in the world that could say it was anything but my fault.
Really?
Yeah.
That's bad.
I literally left her no choice.
It's 100%.
No choice. if there's 100% of anything in the world.
Do you want to share? Get it off your chest?
Wow.
Or no?
I just literally left it like she had no choice but to leave.
Like what type of things were you doing that a woman would not enjoy or want to be around?
Well,
or
here's the ultimate thing. What I really did in the long run to chase her away was cheated on her and then told her, I'm not saying I'm going to not cheat again.
all right.
Who do you think you are, Gene Simmons?
That's pretty much 100%.
You know, I was waiting for the explanation of 100%. He just nailed it.
Yeah.
There's not a
can't-
better definition of 100% than that right
You really
there.
are forcing the person to be pushing them right out of there.
Yeah, if you would have like begged and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I absolutely wouldn't do this again," then you could say, "All right,
or
at
you
least you
say-
tried."
There might be a glimmer of hope.
But when you say,
you might go to therapy and figure this out together.
Exactly.
But when you
literally,
say,
or if it's like 1973, it's me and Kevin Kline in the ice storm, you know, standing there in our jackets. Honey, it's a swinging world. But yeah, I just left it her choice, you know.
"Wow."
And that bothers you?
Well, it bothers me because, you know, yeah, it does bother me a little
Then
bit.
why'd you cheat?
Well, at the time, it didn't bother me.
Oh, okay.
And then you realize that you really blew it, and this
you
was
had-
a,
yeah,
this was a
But
good
it's
one.
also a I have to say, my work, the things I've been working on are just the fact that I've written certain amounts of shows and certain amounts of movies that don't get done, that are really like what should be done, and I just feel like they're going to end up doing crummy versions of it eventually. It really makes me so angry.
Yeah.
About show business. I can't even talk about. I can't jokingly talk about the level of fury that I feel about it. And
Yeah.
I know that relative to a 6-year-old like a Sudanese child, my problems mean nothing.
To me,
I
they're
get
actually
it.
more important. That's where we differ.
But compared to the people that I know do certain things or get certain success, I can't help it. I know it's the cliche of bitterness, but I know that my work, it all should be done. I prove it every time I do get some things. And I just want to burn down about 8 networks and kill about 5,000 people.
Same crap happens to us in this radio business, man. It's amazing that how hard they make this. How hard they make this.
Opie, we have a show.
Yeah, Opie, see, the one difference is you guys have a show.
See,
Well,
we have
without getting into detail, trust me, we can relate.
Can I
Let's
say,
just put it that way.
And I think what Colin needs, my opinion, because Colin told me other management problems he had, is I think you need a fucking good manager. That's what I think. Because this stuff is really fucking
Colin's
good.
very funny, very smart, clever guy, and the idea that for years you're throwing your stuff out there, and these fucking like pieces of shit get on TV, get TV shows, huge tours, whatever the fuck it is. It's like there's no justice in the business, but it's not like there was supposed to be, though.
But I
Some
know that,
examples of some great stuff, though. Who's Your Caddy? The Caveman series is terrific.
Exactly.
But I don't think that Jim's answer is correct. I'm not going to. My answer is not getting Commander McBragg with him.
No, I'll tell you why I said that.
Shut up and let the laugh finish.
You're right.
That's a big laugh.
It was
There we are, me, Robin, and Billy, and Jack Rollins.
My goodness, what did you do, McBragg? Well, I pulled out a toothpick.
You know, I was doing the making of license to wed. So, of course, we shot in Mozambique, as you know, because it's the finest hunting in the land.
That one time, Colin.
Shut up and let it happen.
I stopped.
One time, Carl, license to wed? What are you trying to defend your company? Shut the fuck up. Let us laugh at the shit they put out.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I swear to God, I don't know who Commander McBragg is. I swear to God.
Really?
I don't know.
believe.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm saying me and Colin talked one time, and he was talking about his manager at the time being annoying because he's like.
He's supposed to be the manager.
But you know, yeah. I asked him, he's got more sense. Whoa, you think if I don't get my script sold, I lose $15,000? That's right. Oh! So I fucking.
Coffee?
In a minute, bring me the coffee. But he was complaining about his fucking manager, and he's trying to get his manager to push harder for his scripts, and you need somebody that fucking said this is a great script and is a fucking animal and fucking makes the calls and pushes through, not somebody that's fucking wishy-washy with it. To me, that's important.
Wishy-washy. You don't
Yeah, I
want
mean,
wishy-washy.
it's
You got
true.
a wishy-washer?
Yeah.
It's the
I
truth.
don't have any manager or any agent right now.
But exactly.
For 2 years.
That's silly.
Now,
No,
Colin,
it's not. No, guys.
it is.
let me tell you something, please. I would read a Colin Quinn book. So you got to find your angle.
Well, I mean, but I don't know. I don't know.
Do you write on pop culture? Do you write about your life? Do you write about?
I write about everything.
Stand up. Yeah, but
Everything.
you got to find like some kind of angle.
He talks about it.
Here's what Colin's book should be. It should be you. Here should be the photo. Should be you, like, sitting in front of a computer with, like, a bunch of, like, papers piled up and your hands in the air like, what the hell, folks? and the book should be called Colin Quinn, and then it should be a colon after it, Hodgepodge.
I told you that in my CD.
Oh, is that awful? What an awful picture you've just conjured up.
Hodgepodge, and he's in front of a whole bunch of papers. We don't know what it's about,
like
ladies and
that.
germs.
See, I'll tell
I
you.
would throw that on the floor and step on it.
Colin, your problem is you got friends like him. You know that, right?
They don't help.
I'm
No
very
help
supportive.
whatsoever.
I'm a
They're
big,
no help.
I'm
No help.
very helpful. That's not true.
No, you're not.
Your lips are awful.
You're not helping.
Fucking burn victim lips.
See, how's that going to help you, Colin?
He knows it's not.
It's irrelevant. Not only that, but I
You
like
hang
that
out with the wrong crowd.
I like the hodgepodge idea with me in a turtleneck, though.
Yeah, I like that too.
Hodgepodge.
It's a green turtleneck, and you have a red sweater vest over it, and you release it around Christmas. And there's like this tinsel around you, too.
No, you don't release it around Christmas, and I'm still wearing that.
Oh, yeah, okay. There's tinsel on it, and it's August 4th.
And
Hands up in the
my
air.
forward is by Garrison Keillor or somebody.
Hodgepodge. It's just a mishmash of things.
Never.
Well, I'm putting on a CD, American Gangster. I told Jim.
American Gangster.
American gangster.
It takes I superimpose my picture in Denzel's face from that poster. No, you're right. They don't help.
So you're
They don't
leaving your
help
house
us.
Yeah.
more. Are you going on the road to do a little
No, I've been
comedy?
on the road this whole time. I mean,
You canceled Florida. What was that about?
when?
Well, we got spies everywhere.
Jesus.
I didn't cancel Florida.
Let's go to Tim in Florida. Tim?
Hey, Colin. Yeah, I was going to sit through awful Christian Finnegan and that Rosie O'Donnell replacement, Caroline Ray, to see you in Lakeland, and you canceled.
No, I didn't cancel. They canceled that gig.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Why? That was like last week.
Yeah, you got to come back to Florida.
They didn't cancel because of I guess, lack of ticket sales or something.
Did you guys go on the radio and promote? You got to get out there.
Shut your mouth, stupid.
There really is no support base with the people that you know and hang out with. The comics are the worst.
They are the worst.
No, we're not.
No, you're terrible.
And the truth is, I was always very,
You should
too
move.
supportive of
You
all
should
of them,
move
but-
and
Yeah.
change your name.
I'm done with them.
Move
What's
and
that?
change your name.
What?
You think so?
Yeah, get away from these
Well, I
guys.
actually have an idea for a
Not
name
good
that's
for
kind of
you.
hip. Ken Fresno.
That's good.
What are you going to do, weather?
Pretty good.
I don't know, it's like an action hero name.
Fresno.
Ken Fresno.
That is instantly a new name on the message board.
and now-
Ken Fresno.
And now with your 5-day forecast, it's Ken Fresno.
Well, he had names for me and Voss, too.
Yeah.
Like what the names we should tour under, and mine was Little Pete Ferguson.
This is Little Pete Ferguson. And Voss was, is this the perfect name for Voss? Ronnie Garcia.
But he has to go the rat tail back.
And Keith, I had names for Keith. What the hell is Keith?
Well, yeah. Starts with an N.
So it's one word.
You got to leave this negativity behind.
Yeah, and what do you mean you've been too supportive of us? We're all supportive of you. What are you talking about? Every
up.
interview I do, I talk about you. No, I won't shush. I'm going to finish my point.
That's what Voss says. I support you on every radio. Shut up.
What's
I don't-
Voss? No one listens to Voss. No one can understand him.
There's no.
I don't care
bosses
that
incapable
I
of
don't care that you
supporting.
say positive things about me when you
Positive
talking to
things, you fucking
Pedro
mumbling
fuck
zilch.
knuckle in Butte, Montana, doing your shitty game.
Positive things. Fucking.
This is support.
I know.
Helping him,
Listen
Jimmy.
to the two of them.
Well, what am I
They're
gonna
both-
do?
This guy was hanging off a railing 36 stories up.
I know, with
This
those
is not
fucking awful
helping.
sea bass stomach fish hands.
By the way,
your fucking, your
By the way,
fucking little fishy sea bass belly hands
just-
make me sick.
They're awful to each other.
yeah, that
They're
doesn't help
You
things.
two are horrible to each
And
other.
you know, Jerry Springer says every day, be nice to each other.
Yeah.
He really
We
does.
ignore that.
Redeems the whole show as far as I'm
Of
concerned.
course.
Be nice to each other.
Makes
Why
up
don't
for the
how
fighting.
about this? How about this is going to be a challenge for both of you. How about you say something nice about each other? Who wants to start?
We say plenty of nice things about
We
each
say
other.
lots of nice things.
We certainly do.
All right. How about one? Colin, why don't you start? Something nice about Jimmy.
Sincere.
I thought that Jim's last HBO special was even funnier when he did it. You know, the first HBO special was funny. The second one he just did was even funnier when he did the same thing the second time.
No, that's not true.
I didn't see
Okay.
Oh, shit. Holy shit. See, they can't do it.
I
They
know.
can't do it.
I want to say
They can't
something
do
nice
it.
to Colin.
All right. One nice thing, Jimmy.
I saw your first HBO special, and oh wait, there was no second one. All right, I better move on.
But I know he was trying to say something nice because halfway through he realized it. He goes, "Oh wait."
These guys are scared. These guys are scared to show real feeling.
That's not true. We do all the time.
All right,
We
then,
actually
Colin,
do.
back to you. One nice thing about Jimmy. We're going to get this done today.
Okay.
That Jimmy doesn't have AIDS after all the sexual encounters.
And I'll say this: if Colin was killed in a fire, I would be bothered.
See?
I'll say this.
They hide behind their laughter. These guys can't show a real
Jimmy is
comment.
killed in an uprising during one of his management meetings
Okay.
in Paraguay.
Paraguay, of all places.
The great white hunter with Buana. his agent Buana. You two.
Well, that's not true. I think that we say a lot of nice things.
say a
I
lot
just
of
think
nice things.
comics are really incapable of
yeah.
sharing sincere emotion with each other
You'd be
without having to throw in
You'd
a
be surprised what-
zinger.
You'd be surprised what Jim Atazoa is capable of emotion-wise.
Equating him with some type of sperm, I believe.
Yes.
I don't know what.
I bet you this is
Jim
like that.
sleeps in a petri dish.
I honestly think that these guys cannot do it.
That's not true.
Well, that's like, what if we
incapable,
told you
yeah.
and Anthony to do it? You wouldn't
Exactly.
do it
I
either.
said it all the time.
What?
What do you say? I love you, man? Like a Budweiser commercial?
Yeah. It's got to be like the punch on the arm. You can never just be sweet.
We've definitely said nice things about each other on the air. You guys cannot do it on the air.
Sure we can.
Yeah, we can.
Colin, back to you.
Sure we can.
One nice thing about Jimmy, and then we could go back to trashing each other.
Jimmy is a very, very smart, funny comic, and really brought a whole new, refreshing, mindset to comedy.
Whoa.
Stop there.
Yeah.
Stop there. I know you're chomping.
I'm not. I'm
He's
done.
chomping.
And I will say something nice about Colin.
Okay.
He is perceptive, and he is good at speaking the truth about funny guys. Come on, how many good things? I love Colin. He's the funniest guy I know. I mean, I fucking said that a million
Colin
times.
is playing along, Jimmy. Come on. This
But no,
will help
it's-
Colin Quinn. He's in deep
but
depression here.
But Colin knows that. Colin, there's not an interview I do, regardless of the size of the paper, where I don't say, when they say about comedy and stuff, I say Colin's the funniest guy in the business. I always say that. He's the guy that
I've
makes
read
me
that.
laugh.
I've read
he
that,
makes me
Colin.
laugh harder than
I've read
anybody
that.
else doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
I say that all the time.
Now I got to say this. I hate you guys because you ruined our bit.
But
we
no,
could
we
could
were rolling.
continue with this for another 10 minutes.
No, we
Wasted a lot
but
of
you know,
time on this.
It's going to be fucking vile again. I mean, what do you think? It's going to be a love fest? I'm looking at his hands. I want to fucking bite them.
What's wrong with my hands?
They're fucking horrendous. In the break, we said this because he was giving me the finger, and that liver spotted foot he holds up out of his sleeve. It looks like fucking olive loaf. I want to put your fucking hand between two pieces of white bread and watch Fat Bob Kelly eat it out of a plastic baggie.
They had to go back into the safe zone.
Yeah.
I hope people are really
safe.
listening to this. How it's such it's so uncomfortable for them to say something nice that they have to get right back into trashing.
It was awkward and uncomfortable when they had to compliment each other.
So they have to go right back.
And now it's all
I wasn't going back to it.
It's all fun.
Maybe Jim was, but I was happy to just sit here and say
I never
what a great
left
guy
it.
Jim was.
Believe me, I never left it. It was only on pause while I said something nice. All I did was hit play again. Of course, we're going to say awful things about each other. Nobody wants to hear two comedians being nice. You're terrific.
I don't think it was
you
right
too.
I don't think it was right that Bob Kelly got dragged into it about the pimento loaf.
Neither did I. I pulled my back out trying to pull that pig anywhere.
All right,
that's just ignorant. You're supposed to slice those things.
See, this is very healthy for Colin. This is a very healthy hour for Colin Quinn.
I want to somehow see or read this manifesto.
I want to
see it on TV or in the movies or whatever the hell you're going to do with it.
I think it's going to be like,
Colin, you can take a break from show business. This is what you do. You get a
What do you mean you can take a break from the show business?
Oh, man.
Sign your book deal. Get a fucking book out there. Promote the shit out of it.
Why not?
But promote the shit out of it. Do book signings. It'll be a great experience for you.
Because I'm not like some of these guys that just, you constantly see them pushing their books and their dumb CDs and their specials, constantly doing every stupid thing. They'll do a line in a shitty big action movie. Just, I'm not like that.
Absolutely not.
But you
I'm trying to do real work. They'll be in Spider-Man 5. They don't give a damn. I'm trying to do real work.
Well, we don't all have Crocodile Dundee 2 to fall back on. I'm saying that. That's fucking, I had...
If he kills himself today, it's going to be on your head.
Good one, Opie. You're right.
Constant
It's going to be
talk
on
is
your
that.
head, Jimmy.
I didn't mean it.
No,
That was a Paul Hogan song.
You don't like self-promoting, do you? Why?
No, that's
Would
not
you
the
if you
point.
had that?
Why don't you like self-promoting, Colin?
No, it's not a
It's
question
part
of
of-
self-promoting.
But it's part of your thing. Like, you got to tell
No, I
people where
just
you
can't
are.
organize. No, I have no problem with that. I look, stand-up wise, I have no problem with self-promoting. I'm just saying right now, getting all my other stuff together is it's out of control. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's all these papers and these fucking.
You need
files.
organization somehow.
I need to somehow get it out. It's
Colin's
sitting
too
there.
mean. That's the problem.
It's in the computer and it's in everything. And it's hard,
Why, if someone tries to help Colin, like if you, hey man, I know somebody who can help you organize and back stuff up, he'll go, shut your mouth.
No, that's not what it is. Nobody ever, believe me, he's making it up now. I've never said to me, hey, Carl, I know something.
Well, I never knew
The
it until
only
now.
way
I
he's
didn't
known
know you
any-
had a whole pile
got
of
a very-
papers, you fucking psycho.
You got
I didn't know you were sitting there like a
You're the
fucking
one who brought it
pack
up
rat.
today.
You got a very protective wall around you, Colin.
Exactly, and it's made of blubber.
I remember
Fucking lamp oil.
I remember one time trying to have a moment with him. I'm like, you haven't been on the show in a while. Why don't you come in and do our show? And he goes, shut up. Like, all right, have a good day.
Hey, Colin, where you been? Shut your mouth.
Right.
In case of a blackout, I'm going to put a wick in you and light it.
What does that mean?
He's implying that, like a whale, you would have some type of blubber that would be workable in a lamp. Like lamp oil.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
But no, I knew you wrote, but I didn't know you had a pile of papers that were disorganized. You just said that. I said you've been writing for 2 years.
Yeah.
I've been writing for a long time.
Wow.
Thanks. But, I'll do what I do. I don't know. It's hard to get it organized. That's all I know.
And then to get it out there somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow get it out
But
there.
it's mostly the organization. It's like everything's like finished, but it's like first draft, and I just
All right, let's go to Lonnie.
So why don't you have somebody? Why don't you have somebody go through your computer? Honestly, is it all on the computer?
but I'm telling you, it's thousands and thousands of pages of shit.
So have somebody. Here's what you do: back it up onto a fucking. Here's how simple this is: you buy an external drive from Mac. A Lacey drive. I'll help you hook it up. Or Bob Kelly would probably be more qualified to.
Probably.
All right, he would be. You have somebody on a backup drive, so you don't have to do it. They don't have to be fucking with your computer. Take everything and somehow organize it. If it takes them a month, it takes them a month. But have them do it the best they can. And there are people who will be able to do it through word searches and stuff. Fucking organize your stuff a lot faster than
Well,
you
if it's
think.
going to use that kind of profanity, I don't want to be
I
involved.
don't mean to, but that's good though. Right now, you're putting fucking sausages on a bagel.
With
Let's
egg
go to
yolk.
Bill. Let's go to Ralph in North Carolina.
It's Lonnie.
If you should see what he's eating right now, why don't you just fucking? I had no reference.
All right.
So I bailed out.
Lonnie!
It was a heart attack reference, and then I realized, why don't you just... Good. Hold on. Stupid is eating a fucking open-faced bagel with eggs dripping and yolks and a fucking sausage. And as he tipped it, the egg fell onto his hand, and I couldn't be happier. That was a safe.
What's up, Lonnie?
He's just filling up loneliness.
Jimmy,
Yes.
hey, do you and Colin live together? Because you sound like an old married couple.
No, we don't.
Y'all guys should live together. Y'all.
Well, this is how we interact. This is why Colin's a piece of shit. I'm talking to him. I'm having a heartfelt talk with him because I did the Gene Simmons roast, and I never hired anybody to write for me before. But I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of comedians on the roast. I wanted to get the perspective of a comic, and fucking I'll pay him. I don't know how much to pay. My friend Kurt, and stupid Kurt gives me 2 pages, like one the day before and the one the day of. Fucking lazy Kurt. So fucking, they were funny jokes though. So I get them, and I'm like, Colin, like, I'm talking to him about it, and on the elevator, he goes, you know, I don't want to humiliate you in front of everybody, but I've never hired anybody to write for me. Wow. In front of the whole elevator, I had to justify myself. So I try to have, like, a nice, ask a guy who's been around for years to fucking help me out with a piece of advice.
Help me out here, Hendry.
And I've been around for years on my own 2 feet, not Kurt's.
That's true.
Kurt's.
My buddy Kurt Metzger is a funny writer.
Oh.
He's a funny comic.
All right, let's go to James and
But
Jersey.
as Carl says, he looks like a Bosnian war criminal. That could be the best slam I've heard about a comic.
It's true. He really is horrendous.
He fucking called him a Bosnian war criminal. And he has a big head with short, awful black hair. He's truly awful.
He sends shivers up people's spines when he goes on stage.
Look, they're working together now. This is good. This is good. See?
Because they have a common enemy for a second or two.
Let's go to James in Jersey. James.
Holy, where the fuck did Kenny get this omelet?
He's right behind you.
Now Kenny gets
Wow, did
dragged
Heather Mills
into
leave
the...
this on the kitchen floor?
Do you want another one? I'll go back.
It's okay. Where's the ketchup? Am I supposed to fucking do bleed onto it? Where's the ketchup?
How about
Kenny, you got my...
Hold on a second.
Jimmy really is like LaMotta.
I'm not like LaMotta because I want ketchup. I'm like Lenny from Mice and Men.
I'm supposed to bleed
I
on
want
it.
fucking ketchup.
Tell him about the message I gave you. I text messaged you and Kenny after your special, stupid.
Oh, so he said that the worst part of me shooting a special is that me and Kenny were probably sitting there together, like having a serious moment,
Afterwards, they just like, yeah.
looking at each other. Well, don't tell me to tell and then fucking jump in and interrupt me.
Why didn't you want to ruin it?
I'm not ruining it. Fucking just have the stroke while you're eating that. You've never seen anybody have a worse fucking meal than he is right now.
Just give
fucking
me
gulls are more polite in the dump than you are eating that. Fucking should be circling a garbage scow. Fucking cunt.
I almost had him on the same page, Ed. I almost had him. Colin, just leave me the password to your computer so I can make you famous in your death.
Yeah, posthumously.
Yeah, posthumously. Hey, James, Jersey, what's up?
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey, Colin. I was wondering if you were really bitter or upset when you used to do Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live and they replaced you. I wonder if that that really depressed you or that really bothered you when that happened.
Well, that bothered. I just saw a picture of Kurt. Yeah, that pissed me off too.
Okay, no, I thought you were pretty good. I mean, Norm Macdonald was great at it, and
Yeah.
I remember being really upset when they fired him. I thought that was total crap.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you said to Colin you were pretty good, and I remember Norm Macdonald was great.
Yeah.
Why kick a guy while he's down?
Yeah, that's not going to help
nothing.
Colin today by saying that, sir.
Oh, all right. Okay, thanks, guys.
So hold on, Collins, what he said to me in the message was very funny. He texted me. He said the worst part is that me and Kenny were probably sitting there after the thing. And do you want to say what you did? Because I will fucking butcher the quote, but it was very funny.
Now he tells him to tell the story.
Why did you wait for him to have a mouthful of food,
Well, no,
Jimmy?
because if
make it
not,
really
what am I going
tough
to do?
for
Wait
him.
till 3 in the morning when he finally falls asleep?
I said they sat in the dressing room and clicked glasses together and goes, "Hey man, we did it."
And click glasses.
Can you redo that as, what was his name? Ken Fresno?
Ken
Was it
Fresno.
Ken Fresno?
Ken
My
Fresno.
other character action movie is Rick Lucite.
Dude, do you know how you had, if that is what I think it is, I'm going to spit on you.
Oh, shit.
What?
Okay, that's not. Okay.
What?
I thought I saw something right on top of the microphone. I said, if he got fucking ketchup on top of the microphone, I'm going to fucking spit on him. but he didn't.
Let's say hi to Keith in
thank God.
Louisville.
Kenny
Keith.
Fresno needs a catchphrase, though. Kenny Fresno would have to say his name on stage.
Hey, Colin, I really loved that show you had on Comedy Central where you used to bring Bob Kelly and all them on. Whatever, why'd that end all of a sudden? And I thought it'd be better if you guys got it on like HBO where you could, get a little more raw language.
It would have been, but HBO didn't want to do it.
Oh.
They don't like, a lot of people don't like the agenda that we bring.
Well, the other thing was I couldn't figure out why they couldn't afford to get you a chair. You always were half cocked on that desk.
Like when you lean against the pool table or something.
So these idiots could slam my awful legs.
Yeah.
That was a crime that show got
Yes, it was.
canceled.
It was disgusting. Oh, my God. That's me and Carl.
That is the worst.
just eating.
That was awful that got taken off.
There's no reason for it. No reason.
You know what's funny?
There was a political reason.
Well, also, we
That's
got
for
some
sure.
complaints because I think they were rerunning us the next day at 7, and then the Daily Show they were rerunning at 7:30. And I think and again, the Daily Show was a bigger show, but our ratings were actually higher than the Daily Show in those reruns. And again, I'm not saying the Tough Crowd was bigger than the Daily Show, but it was fucking a very watched show.
Yeah, it was.
And they got some complaints about content, and they yanked it. And me and Penn, we had that argument a few weeks ago, where he was talking about Bill Donahue in the Catholic League, and he was going, the things they did to Matt and Trey, like in South Park. But what that made me think of is Comedy Central proved that when you back a show, like they've backed South Park, and you stand up against that bullshit, now it's the biggest show they've ever had, and they've gotten complaints, they've gotten protests,
threats of boycotts,
and it's the biggest show they ever had because the network stood behind it. So that's, I guess, the point I'm making.
They didn't like the idea that you discussed race, and meanwhile, Chappelle's show, which was, they were ready to just back a fucking tanker full of money over to him. That was nothing but racial humor.
Well, I mean, that's the whole. Everybody knows. Everybody in the country knows that white people are not supposed to discuss race except from the point of apologizing.
Yeah, or else you're racist.
That's the way it is.
Yeah, or else you're a racist.
That's just the way it is. If you do anything but that, everybody has a heart attack.
You got to apologize.
Especially all the white people.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. But nobody will really admit it completely, or they'll go, well, it's too bad, it's payback, It's just a fact.
Payback.
Well, there's a little pushback happening with Imus getting back on radio.
I don't know. Some of those remarks he made were salty. I heard one of those girls was scarred for life.
Yes.
And then I saw her iPod and I saw the playlist. I noticed a couple of songs that might be a little saltier. A little young cheesy number called "Take My 12 Gauge" into your, I mean, it's so pathetic that even they have these girls being phony and going, I was scarred,
Did we? Yeah. We've talked about the Imus situation. I mean, off and on for the last 6 months. And I even went down the road with Jimmy. I'm like, all right, let's try to see it the other way. Let's just sit here and try to see it the fucking other way.
All right, so you got
Have an open mind.
Got in at 10 o'clock that day instead of 6.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Wow. Great line. Stupid me still trying to make my point. But very good, Colin.
A cup of tea with 8 sugars later.
Right.
Bravo.
Oh, man. Yeah, so go ahead.
I hope you enjoyed the bounce.